in some ways with some of our restoration work. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And in what way transform it? Are we looking at like wildlife populations? Are we looking at the flow of rivers, bayous, wetlands protection? What do you?
Yeah, maybe transforms a too strong of a word, but we do have like a very active restoration program for the upland habitats where we're trying to reintroduce fire. And so that's one of the projects Andrew works on, doing the monitoring. So we are doing different things using mechanical tools to, thin the woody underbrush, cutting smaller slash pines, things like that to make it safer for putting fire on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But then ultimately we want to put fire on the ground every 2 to 3 years.
Right.
And because that has a lot of benefits for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, reduce some forest fires, right? Like
that's
natural
very
fires.
practical.
Yeah. Well, we went. I've gone before. You never.
Yeah.
Gone,
No. This is all new to me.
I went on a field trip, and you get off. What is that? Tillman. I mean, what's the exit you got to get off?
75. Franklin Creek.
Franklin Creek.
okay,
Franklin Creek, and it's like pulling it back, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere, and it's just pine trees. It's a beautiful place. You also got marsh. You got a big I guess you call it a walkway where you can walk over the marsh. Y'all do a lot of kayaking. Y'all do a lot of cast net and stuff like that too. So jump on that for us if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and the cool thing is it does exist on that ecotone you were talking about. So we have everything from the actual like salt marsh estuary up to the upland like pine, oak forest, stuff like that. And like Jonathan was saying, fire has been really important to that. And fire was suppressed for so long that now we have much thicker canopied forests and much more densely wooded forests than we would want. So we're trying to open that all back up. And yeah, we, me and Jonathan are in the stewardship, like research kind of sector. But like you were saying, we also have outreach folks there that have school groups come in of all ages and do different programs with them. They'll take kids out on the water in kayaks, cast netting. They have an oyster garden they do with the kids. I have a background in herpetology, so I've done programs teaching people like frog calls, for instance. Right. And there was a group at the reserve today teaching them. So just whatever our specialty is, we can sort of give that to folks.
Yeah, it's cool inside. They have like the little buttons that you can push, and you want to hear a bird, and it gives all the sounds out. It's a cool place to go, man, for sure.
Yeah, no, new to me.
Yeah,
new to me.
It's really tucked away, and like we were talking about earlier, like I didn't know for a long time that it existed, and this was kind of the field that I was in. So yeah, the more people that know about it, the better, because it's an important resource for lots of reasons.
Yeah, you mentioned field trips, and I think, or you did, Joey. That's where y'all were on there. Is this something that you could take, like a family could take their kids to throughout the week or weekends or whatever? And
absolutely
educational.
The inside facility is closed on the weekends, but you can still walk the trails. People come every day and walk the trails, come inside. We have a Diamondback terrapin on display, a live one. It's definitely a good place to come hang out. We have at least 2 trails and a boardwalk right now. We're trying to add to that to give people more stuff to do when they come.
About how long are those trails, like how distance-wise, do you know?
So one is a little longer than a mile. We call that one the Savannah Trail.
Okay.
And so that's our most, I guess, our furthest along grassland kind of restored ecosystem, and we're very proud of it. And so it has a mile loop trail that kind of winds around there, and there's all kind of different things blooming depending on what time of year you come. But yeah, that's our best trail, and it ties into a boardwalk that goes back